it's Fatima, and today I'm going to show you how to level up your Duo CLI game with customizations in your agents.md and skills.md files. Let's get into it. We'll use this decoupled weather application that gets you the current weather forecast for any city using the Open Weather API. It splits a front end that's built with Vue, Vite, and Tailwind, and a Flask backend into two independent microservices that are connected in dev via a Vite proxy over a small HTTP contract. Decoupling like this is really cool because the backend and front end can continue to evolve, deploy, and scale on their own timelines. And you can even swap frameworks on one side without touching the other. Now, imagine scaling this up to a larger multi-service architecture where each service has its own team, its own stack, conventions, and commands. That's the kind of setup where customizing a tool like Duo CLI is super helpful. So let me walk you through 3 examples of how we can customize Duo CLI for this project. Let's start with agents.md. Agents.md files describe how your project is structured, which directories are which services, what frameworks you use, and how to run them. Duo CLI can load this automatically so that its plans and build work match the repo and the workflows in the repo. Because this project is split into independent services, we have a high-level agents.md at the root for any shared architecture and service-specific agents.md files in subfolders. This way, each service has precise instructions. The best practice is to layer your agents.md files only where local context actually differs. At the root of this repo, the agents.md gives Duo the big picture map, a Flask API on port 5001, a Vue, Vite, and Tailwind front end, and how we run each of them, and that the Vite dev server proxies API back to the backend so the two services can stay decoupled but connected. In front-end agents.md, we capture the key front-end rules that Duo CLI needs to know. We tell it that this is a Vue 3 options API-styled application with utilities from Tailwind. We tell it where the main dashboard lives, and our basic gate for making sure everything works on the front end is our npm prefix front-end run build command. In backend.agents.md, we spell out how our API side works. This is a single module Flask application. We tell it where all of the different existing endpoints are, what a weather response shape looks like, and we share our test gate with request.get mocked so that we never hit the real API. There's also a few conventions that new routes should follow, and we share those patterns here as well. With all of that context in place, let's make a small UI change with Duo CLI. From the front-end folder, I start Duo CLI. I asked Duo to add a wind direction tile next to the existing tiles on the weather card, using the wind degrees from the backend and matching the existing Tailwind styles and dark mode behavior. Because Duo has access to our agents.md file, it edits weather dashboard instead of inventing a new component. It inserts a new tile between the wind and pressure tiles, reusing the same styling, shape, and dark mode classes. It also adds a wind direction degrees method that maps the 0 to 360 wind degrees to compass labels that we asked for. And at the end, it verifies the change with our npm prefix front-end run build command, which, as you know, is the gate for making sure that everything works on the front end. In a decoupled application like this, the agents.md is the map that Duo CLI reads before it starts editing or making any changes. Next up is skills. A skill.md file describes how your team does the work, repeatable processes that you normally keep in something like a runbook. When your goal matches a skill, Duo can follow that procedure for you from the CLI. In this app, adding a new supported city is a small cross-microservice skill. As you can see here, there are rules for the backend and rules for the front end on how to add a new supported city, ensure that the root exists, and details on how to render and verify the process. There's also some guidelines around how to deal with failures, which is very important, and conventions that must be supported no matter what we build. Back at the root of the repository, I start a fresh Duo CLI session, and I ask the agent which skills are available in this project. It shows me 2 skills, the add supported city and the ship weather release as options. I asked Duo to use the add supported city skill to add Tokyo as a supported city. Duo CLI then follows our skills step by step. It updates the backend app.py to add Tokyo to the list of supported cities. It also updates the front-end weather dashboard component to include the state and fetch the supported cities. It adds the quick picks button row above the recent searches, which will allow us to quickly click and see the weather for Tokyo right away. And finally, it runs our prefix command for the front end to make sure that the build is all clear. Now I want to show you a skill that's a bit more complex, and it'll put together a few of the things that we've been exploring. I built a ship weather release skill. It's a single Duo CLI command that runs my backend tests, builds the front end, bumps the version of the application, and updates the changelog, and then prepares a release branch ready for a merge request. The file also spells out when to stop on failures and makes it clear that pushing the branch or opening the merge request is left to the human reviewer, because I always like to be in the loop. Okay, we'll start up Duo CLI again, and then we'll trigger the ship weather release skill. We could also do this with the /skills command, but now that this skill is already registered, we can call it directly. Duo will walk through the release playbook to run the backend tests, but it looks like it's running into some issues with Python versus Python 3. As this was happening, I realized that my local environment actually uses Python 3, and I hadn't updated the release skill to match that. But Duo was able to figure out my Python versioning issues correctly, run the front end checks, and then update the changelog and stage these changes for my review. Since we're here, I decided to ask Duo to update that Python command in the skills file to use Python 3 so we can save some time in the future when I'm running releases. I also paused to double check the state and then dropped back into Duo CLI to tell it that everything looks good and it should commit this and open the release MR for me to review. Now, even though the ship weather release skill is written to stop before pushing, because I've explicitly asked Duo CLI to commit and open an MR, it goes ahead and does exactly that. It commits the changes as release 0.1.1, which made me think that maybe I should specify some details around how I want to number my releases, but it pushes that branch to origin and opens this merge request. And all of this is driven by the release playbook in the skill.md file and the context that it has in the agents.md. Duo is just carrying out the process that I've already documented in the repository. Now let's take a look at what we actually shipped in this demo. First, here's the release merge request from the ship weather release skill. You can see the version bump, the changelog entry, and the UI change all summarized in one place. Now switching back over to the weather app itself, we can see the new wind direction tile that we added that uses the context from agents.md. We can also see the quick pick city row driven by the add supported city skill, and we can quick pick Tokyo to see the weather there in real time. With just a few customizations, we made Duo CLI a Repo-aware partner that works in the same workflows as the rest of the team. So try customizing Duo CLI in your projects, share your results in the comments, and I'll check them out. Thanks so much for watching!